Hello. Hello everyone. I'm sorry to say this. I'm going to ask one person to join through YouTube. Am I audible? Hello friends, am I audible? Okay, so I have to unmute. Okay. Got it. Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
oh, that's great. Just give me a minute. I'm going.
Okay, so welcome everybody. I think here we have students from VJIT, Anurag, and Narayanama College. So we would like to welcome Mr. Dr. Gajendranath sir. So I would like to just give a short introduction for those who have missed during the last week session. So one second, just give me a second. Okay, so we request everybody to switch on their videos if their bandwidth permits. And yeah, so welcome, sir. So we have today with us Dr. Gajendranath, sir. So he is a faculty in the Department of Electrical Engineering at IIT Hyderabad, and he's done his MTech and PhD from IIT Delhi in 2008 and 2016. So he has worked as a analog circuit design engineer for mobile handsets with ST Ericsson from 2008 to 2010, and with Aura Semiconductor during 2011, 2013, and 2016. So apart from his career, personally, he is very good at balancing his own life in such a way that he inspires his students in a positive direction. Sir is very well versed in very well versed with spiritual subjects like Bhagavad Gita. He is also a great source of inspiration for many students across various colleges and in Hyderabad. He gives very inspirational, motivational talks on lifestyle management based on these Vedic literatures at various engineering colleges across India. To name a few, they are. I request everybody to mute yourself. Okay, thank you. So Sir is very well versed in spiritual subjects like Bhagavad Gita. He's also a great source of inspiration for many students. So some of the colleges where he gives these seminars are at IIT Hyderabad, IIT Bombay, BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus, Osmania, CBIT, JNTU, NIT Warangal, SV University Tirupati, Pune University, etc. So he is also an actively involved in value education programs conducted at various schools and colleges benefiting thousands of children. So being such professional career and devotional dedication, he is well appreciated in all round circles of students and faculties at IIT Hyderabad and BITS. So already uh, last week also we had him, and also he has very kindly agreed and extended himself to give his valuable time for us. So let us welcome Dr. Gajendranath sir and address
Uh,
us, all our students. So I would like to get 1 minute. Yes. Welcome, sir. Uh, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Anuk. How are you?
Sir, I am good, sir. By your by your goodwill and wishes and blessings.
Thank you. Thank you for organizing another talk. Thank you.
Our team
So,
is dedicating this time.
okay. Thank you very much for each one of you for joining us today. So there is Narayanama College, there is VJIT, there is what else?
Anurag.
Oh, Anurag College. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Thank you very much for organizers and each one of you for joining us today. You must be busy with too many things, but still you took time.
Thank you, sir.
To join us.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So sorry for one additional announcement. So the session will, after the session, we have a small feedback form. So we request you to please stay back before even going to question answers session. So we thank you all for your time and cooperation, and thanks in advance. Yes, sir. You can please.
Anu, can you allow me to share my screen?
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry. I have repeated this.
No problem.
Can you please let me know if you are able to share?
Yes, thank you. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see, sir.
Not yet, sir.
No?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, one. Let me do it again. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Is it moving?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so today we have a topic called Art of Smart Work. We all want to be smart and do smart work, but we also have a smartphone which basically eats all our time. And because of that, we are not able to become smart. So let's try to learn some tips to become smart. So the first tip is to become smart, we need to understand about our life, right? So let's try to understand book of our life. So we need to write our book of life very maturely. For example, you can think of life has 100 years, and 100 years maps to 100 chapters of a book. Now, each year has 365 days, and each chapter has 365 pages. Now, each page is each day, and each chapter is each year. 1 year, 1 chapter, 1 day, 1 page. Now, you have already written 15 years of life as 15 chapters in your life. Are we really happy about it? Did we really write scripts into our life which made us very proud, happy, satisfied? Did we really create positive impact in the society? Yes, that's the question we have to ask. Okay, to do that, we need to do things very effectively. Now, the first thing is we need to manage our time very, very, very well. If we can manage the time very well, we can become a smart worker. Then we can be satisfied in what we do. Okay. Now, the first thing is we all know that if you want to become a smart worker, the first and foremost thing is we should have a good habits. If we have a good habits, then we can certainly become a smart worker. Now, we all know that there are simple, serious, and grave bad habits. So simple bad habits, can somebody help me with what are the simple bad habits?
Sir, your video is not available, sir.
Oh, is it? Okay. Is it on now?
No, sir. Yeah, now it is coming.
Okay. Okay. So they can unmute, huh? Students can unmute.
I did not give permission. If you want, I can give them.
No, they can put it in a chat. So we have a simple, serious, and grave bad habits. Can somebody type here what are the simple bad habits you think are simple? You can put in the chat. Oh, you don't know any bad habits. It seems like you are all good students.
Actually, they're able to send to me, sir. Just
Okay.
1 minute. Oh my God. So I would like to tell their answers, sir, because I cannot forward all this.
I can see.
Okay.
Waking up late, using smartphone, biting nails, anger,
Yes.
postponing the work. Wow, Niharika, Dasari,
Speaking
Jahanavi,
bad words.
Pujita, Lahari. Yeah, super. You're all telling nice things. Speaking bad
Addicted
words.
to social media, procrastination, anger, lazy,
Oh my.
speaking bad words, telling lies.
Wow. Okay, you know all good things then. Very nice. What are the serious and grave bad habits? There are some serious things in this. How about bunking classes and bunking exams? What do you think about them? Are they serious or simple? Being less patient. Okay. Serious. Okay, correct, Akila, correct. Now, what do you think are the grave bad habits?
Smoking, leaving things to the last minute.
Yeah. Smoking, drinking alcohol, correct, na? These are all very, very serious bad habits. It's very bad. Correct? Taking drugs, these are all bad habits. Very serious bad habits. Grave bad habits.
Not respecting elders.
Oh my goodness. Even such students still exist in the creation. Thank you, Alekia. Great.
Behaving rudely.
Very nice.
Addiction to
Self-destruction. Correct. Okay, thank you. Very nice. Now let's see that we learned very serious bad habits, grave bad habits, simple bad habits. Now we learned something interesting here. Habits are actually addictive in nature. This term is coming from a Greek word called ad plus dict. So, you know dictator, right? If the dictator starts dictating, nobody can disobey. Similarly, once we get a bad habit, it's very, very, very difficult to get rid of them. They will dictate our life. That's why if you see here, if you remove H from a habit, a bit remains. If you remove A, bit remains. If you remove B, it still remains. So it's very, very difficult to get rid of a habit. That's why it is said, habits are first cobwebs, then cables. Do you know cobweb? What spider makes? Is it easy to break or difficult to break? Of course it is easy to break. But how about cables used in the construction? thick cables used in the construction. It's very, very difficult to break them, correct? So similarly, when bad habits are formed, initial stages, we can easily get rid of them. But as the days are passing more and more, it's very, very difficult. That's why there is a saying, consciously create habits because habits unconsciously dictate our life. So what are the effects of habits? How does actually habit come? If we sow a thought, we reap an action. Correct or wrong? Yes.
Your video is not still coming, sir.
My video is not coming, huh?
Yeah, now it's
I
coming.
don't know. I don't know, it's getting turned off automatically. I don't know. Okay. So if you sow a thought, you reap an action. If you sow an action, you reap a habit. For example, you are walking on a street. You saw a movie poster. Thought came to your mind. Hey, let me watch this movie. If you keep on contemplating on it, you naturally end up in a cinema hall. Now, you keep on watching the posters. Every time you see a new poster, you feel like watching a movie again. So this watching movie becomes your habit. How did it came? How did it come? Because you saw something in your eyes which has become a thought. That thought you contemplated, it became an action. Then it finally ended as a habit. If you sow a habit, you reap a character. If you sow a character, you reap a destiny. So we all want to have a happy destination, not sad destination. That all started from thought. The thought came from how we engage our senses, right? So that's why we have to be very careful. So Buddha says, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. You want to be a good citizen? Yes, possible. Cultivating good habits. That's why most of us have got somehow or other bad habits. If we addict to the bad habits, then we can never really focus on good things and work smartly. That's why if you want to really change, get rid of your bad habits, first thing we should have a positive attitude. What is a positive attitude? I will never waste my time in gossiping with colleague for hours, right? We should have a positive attitude. For example, if you talk about the bad habit, how did I get into this habit? What can I do to diffuse this? I refuse to let this hook me. Now I got bad company. I will replace me. This habit is nectar in the beginning, but poison at the end. How did I get into this? So if you ask these questions positively, now you see a lot of people are there. If you say that even smoking is bad, they should not speak. They say that I love it. I want to continue. Even bad things they have, you tell them to get rid of also, they will never. Because they don't have a positive outlook or positive attitude in their life. So now how do we change our behavior? Yes.
Actually, your video is still not coming, sir.
I don't know what is the deal.
Now it came.
See, when I turn it on, it's coming. When I just tell me if it's coming or it's gone again.
It's gone, sir.
Okay, I don't know the deal then.
Now it came again.
No, because I turned it on, maybe some settings. So just wait for a second. I'll just switch my data to the Wi-Fi. I'm on.
Sure, sir. So we request everyone to please be patient for a minute. Sir will be joining us. He's getting. Yes, sir. Now your video is there. You can please. Your audio is not coming, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, I had some internet connection issue also. Can you allow me to share the screen?
Oh, yes, sir. Gajendra, sir.
Yes.
Here, I think when you are changing the application from one application to another, video is going off.
Oh, it's gone again, is it? Yeah, it's gone, yes. Is there any option I can set?
Minimize meeting. Minimize meeting.
Where is it?
In your options, it was displaying, sir.
You can see my screen, is it?
Not yet.
Yeah, share.
Means your screen is there, but there is no PPT or something.
Okay. Can you see now?
Yes, we can see your PPT, sir. No issues,
Not
sir.
me.
I think you can start.
Okay, okay. Okay, No problem. So we can change our behavior by discrimination, determination, and discipline. Then when we have a right behavior, when we act on it, we can actually get rid of the bad habits and cultivate the good habits. Now the first step, cultivating the good habits. The second tip is we have to be a plus time manager. So it is said that if we want to be a plus time manager, we need to balance these three things. What are those three things? Planning, doing, and interacting. Planning is organizing, doing is carrying out the plan as decided, interacting is working with other people. Now, right, there is a saying that we should nicely plan it. Otherwise, we are actually planning to fail. So planning is very, very essential. Then once we plan it, we also have to execute the task. The next thing is we have to interact with the people, working with other people. It should be very essential. If the project is given, if you are doing alone your work, you are not telling what is your outcome, how they have to proceed, then the project cannot be successful. That's why we need to do planning, doing, and interacting, these three things, to be a plus time manager. For example, if you are a plus time manager, you are good at planning, doing, and interacting. You are a balanced person. If you are planning and doing, but you are not interacting, you are good at doing your own things, but you are not fit in the project. Where there is if you go to a company, there will be a lot of projects. You go to a college, there will be a work, you have to work with 3-4 students together. Then similarly, if you are not good at planning, but you are good at doing and interacting, you are actually doing others' work. Others' priority is your first priority. Then planning and interacting is there, but you are not at all doing any work. You have good intentions, but no work gets done. Right? Now let's see. We are a minus time manager if we get following. We are good at planning, but we are not doing anything. We are not interacting also. We are only dreaming. Oh, if I study like this, I'll get 100 marks, I'll get seat in that, I'll get a job here. We are only dreaming. We are making plans and dreaming. We are not doing any work. That's dangerous. Then there are some people who don't plan, who don't interact. You simply do work. They're called workaholic. It is something like running. See, one person is running, but he doesn't know where is he running, what is his destination. Then there are some people who are good at interacting. So they are delightful. They don't do any work. They are incompetent. They don't execute anything, but they are good, very nice. People will be very nice to speak with them. And there are people who are neither good at planning, nor good at doing, nor good at interacting. They are neither delightful nor incompetent. So we basically wanted to be good at planning, doing, and interacting. How do we do that? Let's see. You see this time management matrix. Quadrant 1, Quadrant 2, Quadrant 3, Quadrant 4. So Quadrant 1 is urgent and important. Quadrant 2 is not urgent, but important. Quadrant 3 is not important, urgent. Quadrant 4 is not important, not urgent. Okay. Now, let's try to understand what is Quadrant 1. It is important and urgent. By looking at this matrix, you feel that I should be always in Quadrant 1. No. So Quadrant 1, what falls? Crisis, deadlines, breakdown maintenance, health crisis, or accident. These things fall in Quadrant of action. Quadrant 1 is called Quadrant of action because we did not work properly well in advance. We are in Quadrant of action. For example, your mother told, look, it's your duty to book a gas. Gas is going to get over. Kindly book the gas. What will you do? You listen to your mother, you are in some college studies or watching some YouTube video or talking to some friend, you simply neglect it. You've overheard it. Then again, your mother will tell, you don't take really serious. Again, your mother will tell, you don't take it serious. Then suddenly you have an exam, you have to go to college, your father has to go to your office and the gas is over. Then your mother will start shouting at you. Then there is no action, going to neighbors and getting the gas, right? Now, for example, you have a scooter or a four-wheeler. You drive it to go to college. And you have to give it for a maintenance, right? You have to give it for a service once in a while, but you don't do it. Suddenly, you have to go to exam. Suddenly, vehicle got broken down. Now you have to get it repaired, or you have to take some other thing. Now, suddenly, we did not sleep well. We did not study well. We were just always watching TV and watching internet and wasted so much time. then our health is gone during the exam time. If you are properly eaten, proper rest, if you have taken the whole semester, during exams time also you can do well. Correct or wrong? That's why the quadrant of action demands you to feel, to push you to get it urgent and to make it very important. But what is quadrant of quality? Quadrant of quality is called quality time you have to spend here, which is important but not urgent. For example, as I was telling all the examples, if your mother tells book a gas, if you have booked the gas in time, you should not have trouble. If you have given your car for regular service, you should have gone to exam peacefully and written the exam. Right? If you have maintained your health very well the whole semester, you should have written exams very well. And also sometimes we need to learn some extra courses. Or there is a course in the college which is very tough, you have to learn it. Right? So these are all comes under training education. Right? These things which you spend more time so that can be useful. Some people are bad at languages. Some people are bad at public speaking. If you practice them when you have a time, when there is a need, you can use it. So that's why most of our time we should spend in quadrant of quality, none of other three quadrants. Sometimes we have to go to quadrant one. For example, there is an accident. What can you do? You have to spend. But in general, most of us should spend our time in quadrant of quality. This quadrant of quality will tell you and will help you. If you are there, you can actually plan well in advance. You can nicely do things. You can nicely interact with the people. Then the quadrant 3 is quadrant of deception. It looks like it is urgent, but not important. For example, you are seriously studying for exam. One of your friend calls you and asks, hey, do you know what we did in our 10th standard? We went for that movie. It was really a fun. How do you feel? Arey Baba, ye exam hai, kuch nahi pada semester mein, abhi time ho raha hai. This fellow is calling and telling this. But you have to pick the call. Now you have gone to a shop or somewhere. Seriously, things are happening, but somebody calls. He has to pick the call. And sometimes unexpectedly some visitors drop. Some pressing matters come. These are all looks like urgent, but they're not really important. And mind is something which makes you magnify these things. Right? If it is urgent, it makes it more urgent. It feels like it's most urgent. Then the last quadrant is not important, not urgent, and most of us fall in this quadrant only. Trivial matters, some unimportant mail, call time wasters, right? For example, a lot of people spend nowadays on internet. Out of 24 hours, 8 hours of time is only on phone. Remaining 4 hours, some eating, sleeping in the daytime, and eating, fighting with brother, sister. Like that, we spend another 4 hours. So if at all some time is there, after 3-4 hours, we attend classes. The rest of the time, we sleep in the night. So most of the time is spent in browsing the internet. Let's do some computation. Let's say that you spend every hour 5 minutes on a YouTube. That is equal to how many hours in a day? 120 minutes, correct? 25 is 100, 4 5 is 20, 120 minutes. So 2 hours out of 24 hours, you left your 2 hours. So 2 hours means what? Almost in every month, you are wasting 2.2 days. In a year, you are wasting 1 month. Right? Something like that. So in a lifespan, you are actually wasting so much of time on this internet. 5 minutes only, I'm telling. Imagine there are people who spend hours and hours on YouTube. What about them? Their life is hopeless. So that's why we have to go from quadrant of waste to quadrant of quality. See, a person who is in quadrant of quality, he has a good introspection. He basically manages his personal life and his academic life. When academic life and personal life are balanced, then his relationships are good, and also there are results because his academic career is good, he is studying on time. That gives him bring the joy. Then he can become happy. Correct? Now you see the quality of a person who has these 8 points. Improving communication with people, better preparation, better planning and organizing. These are all quadrant of second quadrant. taking better care of self, seizing new opportunities, personal development, preventive maintenance, empowerment. Empowerment means what? For example, you are being asked to become a leader for your class. Your class has four subjects or 5 subjects. Then you train 4 people how to deal with teacher, how to deal with students, how to take assignments, how to post assignment. Right? You can do these things. So basically, you empower others with a positively. Then naturally you can save a lot of time. So effective time management lies in spending considerable time in quadrant 2 activities which are important but not urgent. Okay, now we understand how to be a plus time manager. Now we understood. Now we have to do practicals also. To do that practicals, we need to know about our personality type. Now there are 3 types of personalities: goodness, passion, and ignorance. Sattva, Rajo, and Tamoguna. So what is goodness? What is passion? What is ignorance? Name itself tells you. So anything in this world falls in these three categories. For example, you take 3 colors. You see here, the sattvic, the yellow or white falls in goodness. Red falls in passion. The black falls in ignorance. Similarly, you take a 24 hours of span. That also falls in 3 modes. The morning hours falls in goodness. Afternoon hours falls in, daytime falls in passion, and night falls in ignorance. For example, if you want to do really any important and urgent work, if you do it early in the morning, you can really focus because there is no distraction. There is no honking of the sound. A lot of people are sleeping. There is no disturbance for you. But as the day is passing, 9, 10, people are running to the office, packing their lunches, shouting at each other. My time is going on. I have to run. Traffic lights, red lights, buzzing sounds, so many things. That's the passion. As the day is passing, people are really working hard. And as night becomes, people want to simply drink, smoke, watch so many things on the internet and waste their time and sleep late. That's ignorance. Now we are going, all of us will fall in one of these things, right? As the day passes, people also fall in these 3 things. Animals also fall in these 3 things. For example, you take goodness, passion, and ignorance. If you take a cow or an elephant, it is in goodness. See, for example, you take an elephant. Elephant is a stout animal, correct? And elephant can eat such a nice vegetarian food. It can maintain so good health. And it can actually carry tons of load and work very well with the human beings. You take the tiger or a lion. It is said that if you put a tiger and a man in a room, either man will shoot the tiger or tiger will eat the man. There is so much fear it creates in the heart of a person. It's always in passion, rajasic, restless. But if you take a fox or a jackal, right? It sleeps the whole day and night it goes for such a food. It doesn't get its own food. It basically eats the leftovers. For example, if there is a tiger or a lion, right, hunted an animal, chased an animal, it ate thing, whatever is left, this fellow will eat. And there is always a fear and it's lazy also. So this is an ignorance. Like that, this ignorance, passion, and goodness are there in us. Right? People also fall into these 3 things. Now let me explain you a few more details of it. How a person, what are the qualities? A person is in ignorance, he possesses 3 qualities: Nidra, Alasya, and Pramada. Nidra means what? Nidra, sleeping, always wants to sleep. Alasya means he doesn't want to act on anything, he's lazy. He wants to postpone. He doesn't want to act on anything. And Pramada means madness. He wants to create trouble for himself and others. See, these are the qualities of a person. See, black, it's oversleep, madness, postponing, indecisive, panicky, intoxicated, confused, foolish, dull, inattentive, fearful, hopeless, depression, bewildered, suicidal thoughts, no thinking, insecure, laziness. You see, these are the qualities of a person who is in mode of ignorance. Now, a person who is in mode of passion possesses 2 qualities fundamentally, that is Sangha and Trishna. Sangha means hankering for association of opposite sex. Trishna means hankering for name and fame. See, These are the qualities of a person who is in passion. He is pride, he has a pride, he is greedy, he is intoxicated, he has a bossing tendency, he is thirst for honor and prestige, he is envious and malicious, snap decisions, individual player, he cannot do work very well and contribute, can't contribute. Angry, partial thinking, to see and show glamour, cutthroat competition. He wants to impress opposite sex. He's very ambitious. He's lusty. These are the person who is in passion. Now you can see a person who is in either ignorance or in passion cannot be happy. There is always great anxiety in them. If there is a great anxiety, there is no peace. There is only pieces of mind. Now, there is a mode of goodness, which is sukham and jnanam. These are the two qualities. Sukham means happiness. Jnanam means knowledge. Naturally, if you have a knowledge, you will be happy. For example, somebody knows that you should not smoke. Smoking is injurious to health and it can cause lung cancer. Then one does not indulge in smoking. Correct. And similarly, if a student knows that I have to attend the classes, take the notes, I have to help the friends, I have to submit my assignments on time. If he has this knowledge and if he knows how a teacher reacts in different situations, if he does that knowledge, then he can be happy. By doing everything, he can get a results, he can be joyful, satisfaction. Now you see here, cleanliness, wisdom, forgiveness, controlled mind, discipline and obedience, compassionate to all, controlled senses, calm and clear, friendly, submissive, tolerance, realized wisdom, creative thinking, noble, saintly and godly, smart decisions, thoughtful, simple, regulation. Regulation means what? Regulated lifestyle. For example, you take a student. As I was telling you, he sleeps early in the night by 9, 9:30, 10 p.m., wakes up early in the morning, he does some yoga, meditation. Then he helps his mother or father in their daily morning works. Mother maybe in the kitchen, father maybe in doing some household work. Then he goes to the college, he attends all the classes, he's very respectful teachers to elders, he makes the class notes, he comes back in the home, he revises the concepts, he reads the reference books. Then again in the evening time, he reads some nice good books about the holy people, the great personalities. He takes inspiration from them and he sleeps nicely, he gets nice dreams. Now you see, a person who is regulated is like this. He also shares the knowledge, whatever he got. Then he can be very happy, peaceful, and he can get all success. He can manage his work very nicely. He can become a smart worker. Now let's take few examples. Now let's say that there are 3 people. They are in goodness, passion, and ignorance. They all went to a cinema theater, right? There are hundreds of people in the cinema theater, and suddenly there is a fire breakdown in the cinema theater. Now, how does a person who is in ignorance, passion, and goodness respond? If a person is in ignorance, what does he do? He'll keep on shouting, fire, 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 fire. He creates fear in others. He himself has a great fear. Now, if a person is in passion, what does he do? He not only shouts, fire, 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 he starts running here and there and create a huge disturbance in the cinema theater. But if a person is in goodness, he first sits calm. And he starts thinking, Arey, what happened? Why there is a fire? Okay, there is a fire. So what should I do now? He immediately picks up his phone and calls the fire station, right? So like that, a person who is in goodness has calm, clear, and creative thinking. That's why we should go from ignorance to passion, passion to goodness. Now you take this example. You must have heard in your childhood. There was a cap seller who was tired of a long distance walk, kept his basket aside and slept off under the shade of a banyan tree. And after sleeping under this banyan tree that was full with a group of mischievous monkeys, he got up, hearing a lot of noise. Then he realized that all the monkeys picked the caps and the basket is empty. Then if he is in goodness, passion, and ignorance, how does he react? If he is in ignorance, what will he do? He will basically scream at them, beat at his chest, right? And caps are gone, caps are gone, caps are gone. He's crying. But if he's in passion, he'll simply find a stick. He'll try to search for a stick. He takes a stick and he started running hither and thither, here and there. And then finally, no cap will come and he is very miserable. He's in great anxiety. But if he's in goodness, then he thinks for a while and he knows that monkeys are good imitators. What does he do? He takes his cap and puts it into the basket. Then all the monkeys repeat the same act. Right? So what we learn from this story is a person who is in goodness has calm, clear, and creative thinking. A person who has a calm, clear, and creative thinking can certainly do a smart work. He can save a lot of time. Now you see here, find out which mode these quadrant 3 and 4 time waster items belong to. Never setting goals or setting goals and not sticking to them. Moving around and socializing too much to feel security. These are ignorance. Low level of concentration, getting easily distracted by trivial things. Ignorance. Doing more than one thing at a time and accepting unrealistic deadlines. Passion. Getting involved in everything to gain credit and popularity. Passion. Indecisive and postponing decisions. Ignorance. Thinking no one else can manage my work if I'm absent. It is passion. If we are not there, also things keep going. Feeling difficulty to work with highly accomplished and smart leaders. That is passion. Forgetting things or badly organized unclean desk, ignorance and passion. Looking for too much of perfection in job leading to micromanagement, passion. Right? Now I'll explain you these 3 modes with one Venn diagram, then we are done for the day. Now see, students also falls into these 3 modes. Let's say that there is a student, there are 3 students. One is in goodness, one is in passion, one is in ignorance. Now these 3 people learned that there is a book in the new book in the library. What they do? They go to the library. The student who is in goodness, he goes to the library. He takes the good book. He reads it. He shares that knowledge with others. He explains the concepts with others. And he also suggests, "Sir, this book is so good. Sir, so many concepts. It has become very clear to me. You kindly read this book." But a student who is in passion, what does he do? He goes to the library the moment he come to know that there is a book. Then whenever there is a book, he picks up the book, he comes to his hostel room, he reads himself, he never shares any of this knowledge with anyone. He just keeps himself, all that. He writes the exam, probably he'll get a first rank. But what is the use of it? Right? And a person who is in ignorance, getting first rank is not just the goal of the life. There are so many things in the life. And the person in ignorance, he will first never go to library only. By chance, he went to library. He picks that book with the greed. He'll bring it to the hostel. He'll put it into the cupboard and he'll lock. He will never open only. Neither he reads nor he gives to anyone. So that's why we should not be in passion or ignorance. We should be in goodness, because in life we have to do things with people. Maybe in college you will do your studies, you write your exam. That was till 11th, 12th. But when you come to engineering, right, you have to do work with others. You have to do projects. You have to execute projects. You have to be good at interacting with people, sharing and giving credit for what they deserve. Now you see here. Now this is a Venn diagram. There is a person who is in Sattvic. Person who is in Sattvic possesses love and compassion. He is noble. He is man of perfection. A person who is in Rajasic is very aggressive, full of selfish drive, prone to active life. You cannot make him to sit at one place. He'll be always doing something or other. He's very aggressive. And a person who is in Tamasic is very lazy, sensuous, and inactive. We learned these things, right? And a person who is in goodness and passion is good. A person who has a passion but works with passion but driven by goodness is very good, because he is a reader. He works basically based on the principles and values. He keeps them as a center and he works. That's why passion itself is bad, but the passion is driven by goodness, it's good. You can become a noble leader. Then there are people who fall in Sattvic and Tamasic. The simple-minded people, they lack worldly experience. There are people who are called opportunists who fall in Rajasic and Tamasic, passion and ignorance. They wants others to work for him and prone to violence, right? For example, you see in a college also, there will be 3 group of students. Then one fellow will do the assignment. Second fellow will not contribute, and third fellow will not do anything only. He will go to the sir first and say, "Sir, Actually, मैंने किया है सब. They take all credit. They fall in this Rajasic and Tamasic. Lazy fellows, but want all the credit and name for them. Now there are some common people, commoner. Most of us are like this. No guidance, prone to influence. If we are with Sattvic people, goodness people, we are like goodness people. If we are in Rajasic, we are like a Rajasic people, passionate people. If we are with ignorant people, we are with ignorance. So now let's see an example. So scientist, poet, and philosopher fall in this goodness. And a commercial businessman fall in Rajasic because he doesn't care. You saw, sometimes when you go in a train, they sell these pomegranates. They put in a nice polythene cover and everything looks very, very plumpy and very nice, you get water in your mouth by looking at it. After that fellow runs away, he takes the money and he goes away into the next bogie. You open the packet, train starts moving. Every pomegranate, only outside, by looking outside, they look nice. Everything is damaged. You open it, nothing is eatable. These fellows are like that. Then criminal lawbreakers. Why these Tamasic people? Because they are addicted to smoking, drinking. They want money. They go and hurt someone. Because they hurt someone, the police will punish him. And also they have created trouble for themselves and trouble for others. And their health is also gone. Now, the simple-minded people are like learners. They should be given a good training so they can become nicely Sattvic people. Then, as I was telling you, passion driven by goodness is very good. You can become a noble leader. Now, these opportunists are like political leaders, right? They basically who fall in passion and ignorance. Right? These political leaders, they promise so many things before the elections. When you go and ask, they say, oh, did I really promise? Yeah, there is no budget. When there is a budget, we will do all this. They'll say like that. And all corruption they do. So most of us are like this commoner. We get influenced by whatever mode we are in. If you want to be in Sattvic, we have to associate with people who are in Sattvic. Right? Now, how do we stay in mode of goodness? Boost our mode of goodness. A, B, C, D, E formula. So I'll tell you now, A stands for association, B stands for books, C stands for chanting, D stands for diet, E stands for engagement. What is association? There is a saying, we become what we associate. For example, you take an iron rod, you put it in a deep refrigerator. What will happen? After some time, it gets the qualities of ice cold, right? Freezing qualities it gets. If you take the same iron rod and put it in the fire, it gets the qualities of a fire. Similarly, we become with what we associate with. We associate with good people, we become good. If we associate with bad people, we become bad. Similarly, association simply does not mean that people. It also means that what music we hear, what movies we watch, right? What books we read. So many things. What we are browsing on the internet. How are we spending whole of our time? We will become like that only. If you are watching some serial and you are watching all the time that serial, you get qualities of that character only. Correct, na? You saw people, especially kids nowadays. Some kids, their parents don't give much attention. They speak like cartoon characters only because they are associating with those cartoon characters. Very simple. And similarly, books. You have to read good books, very inspiring books. For example, you read books like Ramayana, Mahabharata. Such a wonderful stories. We get a qualities like Hanuman, service attitude like Hanuman, right? Like Lakshman. Like there are so many people we can learn. And we also know from Ravan how we should not be, how one should not be lusty, how should not be proud, right? So we learn what to do, what not to do by reading books like this. Then we can also read books about great saints like, right? Like Tukaram. You see Tukaram movie? I don't know how many of you seen. Such a wonderful movie. We get a qualities like Tukaram, sharing with others. He was never a greedy person. Similarly, we should do C means chanting or meditation. One should always do some meditation every day, which keeps one's mind calm, clear, right? The next is the diet. As I was telling you, one should eat vegetarian food, vegetarian diet. It's good for his stomach and his health. One should not eat food which is cooked yesterday, day before yesterday, kept in the refrigerator, take it out and eat. No, that's not good. The next is engagement. E means engage. We should always engage in positive things. Then we always get positive thoughts. When we get positive thoughts, and there is a chemical which is released into our brain, our body, and to our blood when we get a positive thoughts, which keeps us very happy and satisfied. So that's what I have. Thank you very much. Yeah, there is nothing to show on the screen. I'm done. I think I'm 4 minutes ahead of time. Now we can take some questions.
So, sir, just give me a minute. I will just make a couple of announcements here.
Sure. So, Anuk, I would like to quickly recap what we discussed.
Yes, please.
We discussed 3 tips to do a smart work. The first tip is we should try to write good scripts in our life. How do we write? By cultivating good habits. Then we can contribute positively in the life. So if you have a good habits, naturally you can do smart work. The second thing is we should be a plus time manager. How can we do that? Planning, doing, and interacting. And third thing we should do is that we learned about the personality type: goodness, passion, ignorance. We should go from ignorance, passion to the goodness. That's what we have to do. And to do all these 3 things, we should have a good association. Company like Anuk. If you have a company like Anuk, we can be we can be in goodness. You see, he's always smiling and happy, blissful. Yes, thank you. Go ahead.
It's all by your guidance of people like you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so for everyone, there's a small video I'm going to play now. Please let me know if if it is audible, if you're able to hear it. Okay. Am I audible? Okay.
Electromagnetism and discoveries like gravity, electromagnetism, and relativity have changed the course of world history.
Hello?
You passed the video, is it?
Yes. Actually, was my audio audible?
Yeah, it was good. It was playing nicely.
Or is the sound coming from the video?
It was coming.
Okay,
Try again.
Yes. Now it's coming, sir.
No.
Okay.
It is the opportunity
Yes, coming.
to discover yourself. And relative discoveries like gravity, electromagnetism, and relativity have changed the course of world history. But a discovery of far more importance for you than all these is yet to be done. Indeed, that discovery, which can change the course of your life, beckons to you right now. It is the opportunity to discover yourself. Discover the deepest and greatest secrets of life in this exciting 6-session journey. Session 1. Can a scientist believe in God? Science, as it has probed farther into space and deeper into the atom, has found marvels of intricacy and delicacy at every level. No wonder then that the greatest scientists throughout history, Galileo, Newton, Kelvin, Einstein, Maxwell, Max Born, have all concluded that this astounding harmony and design requires a designer. Session 2. Getting the eyes to see God. If God exists, why are we not able to see him? Does he keep himself hidden from us? Or has he given us the means to see him? Can material science find God for us? Or do we need another, higher dimensional science? Discover a timeless yet cutting-edge spiritual science that unravels all the truths of life. Session 3, Vedic Wisdom, the Privilege of Humanity. Discover your greatest human resource, an underutilized power that has raised you far above the animal world, the latent ability that can bring out the divinity locked within you. Discover also the Manual for Life, the wisdom literature handed down since time immemorial that contains extraordinary scientific information and unparalleled spiritual revelation. Session 4, Existence of the Soul, Fact or Fantasy. Scientists have documented innumerable cases of extraordinary people, children who have remembered their past lives, and patients who have seen themselves from outside their own bodies. That mysterious source of consciousness, the ultimate anti-material particle, the soul or the Atman, can be discovered through Vedic spiritual science. Session 5, Substance and Shadow. All of us are searching for beauty, for love, for peace, and for joy. Discover the truth that will take your search to ultimate fulfillment, beyond the miseries and anxieties of life, beyond the limitations of time and space, to the spiritual realm, to the Supreme Person, to that which is the source of all beauty, the reservoir of all happiness. Session 6, The Path of Endless Love. Discover the sublime secret that underlies and unifies all the great religions of the world. Go beyond externals to the heart of spirituality. Love. Love for God and love for all His children. Discover practical and powerful techniques to awaken that lost love in your own heart and to share that treasure of divine love with the whole world. Don't miss this intellectual and spiritual adventure, lest you miss yourself.
So I hope it was audible and clear.
Yes, it was audible.
Okay. So this is our promo video of our course called Discover Yourself. So this is our Discover Yourself course, which is of 6 sessions, and whatever sir is discussing here, so we will be discussing some more deeper aspects about God and other wonderful, interesting scientific facts. So in the chat, I have posted one link for writing means to fill a form. Actually, that form is like a small test for you. So it's not a college test. Don't worry. We are not going to evaluate you or rank you, but that's for your own assessment and also for us a small feedback. So I request all of you to take out 5 minutes for taking this test. So right now the time is 7:04. So till 7:09 we will give you the time for writing this test, and after this we will proceed for a question answer session. So please take your time, fill the form. 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 So please So please take your time, fill the form. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered for our Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need not do any separate endeavor for registration. So I'm sharing this in YouTube also, the link. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered for our Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need not do any separate endeavor for registration. So I'm sharing this in YouTube also, the link. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered for our Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need not do any separate endeavor for registration. So I'm sharing this in YouTube also, the link. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered for our Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. Do any separate endeavor for registration. So I'm sharing this in YouTube also. And I am not invigilating you, so be honest. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered for our Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. Do any separate endeavor for registration. So I'm sharing this in YouTube also. And I am not invigilating you, so be honest. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered for our Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. Do any separate endeavor for registration. So you have 1 more minute. So I'm sharing this in YouTube also. And I am not invigilating you, so be honest. And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered
Shiva
for
is
our
done.
Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. Do any separate endeavor for registration. So you have 1 more minute. I think some are not able to open the link. I am not invigilating you, so be honest. Is it for everybody? And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered
Shiva
for
is
our
done.
Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. Do any separate endeavor for registration. So you have 1 more minute. I think some are not able to open the link. I am not invigilating you, so be honest. Is it for everybody? And those who fill this form, you will be automatically registered
Shiva
for
is
our
done.
Discover Yourself course. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. Do any separate endeavor for registration. So you have 1 more minute. I think some are not able to open the link. I am not invigilating you. Okay. So be honest. Is it for everybody? Some are not able to fill the form. Okay. And those who fill this form, you will be. It's already 7:09 now. Those who have not filled the form, can please take your time to fill the form. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. And those who have questions, you can please. You have 1 more minute. I think some are not able to open the link. I'm not invigilating you. Okay. So be honest. Is it for everybody? Some are not able to fill the form. Okay. And those who fill this form, you will be. It's already 7:09 now. Those who have not filled the form, can please take your time to fill the form. So please take your time. You need the time is 7:07. And those who have questions, you can please.
Sir,
You
your
have
side
1
some
more
disturbance,
minute.
sir.
I think some are not able to open the link. I'm not invigilating you. Okay. So be honest. Is it for everybody? Some are not able to fill the form.
Sir, resound point, sir, your side.
Those who fill this form, okay, I'll already 7:09 now. Those who have not filled the form, can please take your time to fill the form. Please
Sir,
take
there
your
is a
time. The
disturbance
time
from
is
your
7,
side.
and
Sir,
those who have
what?
questions, you can please.
Sir,
You
your
have
side
one
some
more
disturbance, sir.
I was not able to. Those who have questions,
Sir,
you
your
can
side
please.
both disturbance, sir. Both
Is it
disturbance,
for
your side.
everybody? We're not able to fill the form. Okay.
Sir, resound coming, sir, your side.
Those fill this form. Okay, I already said those who have any questions, have not filled the form, please take your time to fill the form yourself. I'm muting myself now.
Sir, there is a disturbance from your side.
And
Sir,
those who
there is
have
a
questions,
Sir,
disturbance.
you are resound, sir. Sir, your side some disturbance, sir.
I was not able to. Those who have questions,
Sir,
you
your
can
side both
please.
disturbance, sir. Both
Is it,
disturbance.
how about now?
It's clear, sir.
Now it's okay?
Yes, sir.
It's okay, sir, now.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
thank you for your feedback. You can please unmute yourself and ask questions to sir. Sir Gajendranath sir is here. And those who have not filled the form, you can please take out your time and fill the form.
If you want, you can put in the chat also the question. I can read from here. Oh, you don't have any questions? Great. Feel free to ask. How to be successful in life? Rishi Madhav. Wow, such a nice question you asked.
Yeah.
Such a nice question you asked. First, we have to define what is success, right? So, success is something which gives joy to an individual and to people around him and contribute positively to the society. That's a success. That is the definition of success. If you want to be successful, you have to basically manage ourselves, manage our own mind, manage our own senses, manage our own business. And when we focus, do work with absorption, with consistency, then we should be guaranteed to get success. I hope that is the brief answer for your question. Any further question, you can put in the chat here, or you can unmute and ask. Don't be shy. How to overcome stage fear? Oh, to overcome the stage fear, the first step is you should be confident, right? And you should start doing the rehearsal with 1 person, 2 person who can help you and give positive feedback. And once you keep doing it over a period of time, there is no fear. You should be confident that I can do it. That confidence comes with practice. Is the relaxation in the form of video games or movies considered bad? If so, then why? Of course it is bad. If you watch a movie or a game, it will only agitate your mind more. How is it relaxing? You'll drain more energy by watching a TV or a movie. Then if you want to get relaxed, you can do meditation or do some gardening, right? Or do some service to the people. That is good relaxation. That's a good engagement. But if you watch a movie where everything is imaginary and hero is fighting villain and hero is having a lust relationship with some other woman, then it excites and creates so much disturbance in our mind. It never be relaxation. You saw many times we go to a movie only or we get a headache, nothing else. We lost money and we pay money to get a headache. So it's not generally good idea to watch. Especially it's very difficult to find good movies in these days. Nowadays, all the movies, they don't teach any good lessons. It's only surrounded about violence and lust. Only two things they show. It's not very great idea. Rather, you can nicely watch good videos about the great souls or read good books. That's very nice engagement. That's a good relaxation. How to control our mind and souls? To control the mind is not so easy. To control the mind, one of the best practices to stay in mode of goodness and do meditation. So, and keep company of good association of good people. Then you can certainly control your mind. So it all matters with whom you are living, what you are watching, how your day is spending your time. Then you can easily control your mind. Thank you, Hema. Any further question? How to get rid of the stress and tension during exams? Yes, good. First point one is you should study from day zero. Attend all the classes, makes the notes, solve more problems. Point one. Point two is maintain good health. So our philosophy is simple. Do your best and leave the rest to the God or depend on the God. Whatever best you can do. Then there is no tension. You are doing your best. Whatever it comes. So you should not have a stress and tension means you should study. If you are confident that I studied so well, I practiced so many problems, then you will never get stress and tension. But some stress and tension during exam is bad, but little stress you have to take during the regular days so that that stress will actually enable us to work harder and focus on it. If you're always relaxed, then we don't feel like doing anything. I hope that helps, Fatima. Any more questions?
How to stop ourselves from getting distracted?
Oh,
Laziness.
how to
also.
stop ourselves
From getting distracted and laziness.
Oh,
These
very
are
good.
two questions I merged.
See, first thing, let's talk about laziness. For laziness, there is no medicine only. You can't go to Dawakana and ask, can you give me a medicine to laziness, to get rid of laziness? No. For laziness, the only medicine is not to be lazy. How is that possible? That is possible when you stay in company of the people who are always active and working for the right cause. Then along with the flow, you will also flow. Otherwise, very difficult.
What?
Then the next thing is what? Anuk, you asked two questions now. One is laziness, then you are muted, I think. No, I can't hear. Yeah, you are audible now. Yes.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yes. What was the second thing you asked? One is laziness.
Okay, one is laziness and other is how to stop ourselves from getting distracted.
Oh, our distraction is coming because of our smartphone only. We should make sure that we should have a less apps and we should disable the notifications. That is one thing. And you should stay in a place where people are studying. If you go to a place in a room, hostel room, where everybody is watching a movie, you can't study naturally. So you should put a good company of friends and make sure that in a smartphone you uninstall everything except everything very essentially needed and disable the notification. Don't worry, if something urgent, people will call you. It's not that we are so important in this world that without we seeing every notification of WhatsApp, nothing will move. This planet Earth will stop. No. And even your messages, mails or messages, you can once in a while in a daytime, you open it up, fixed time, you watch them and you close it. That's it. You don't need to spend too much time on that. But there are so many questions. Okay, let me go. Sir, people usually ask to do things for 21 days to get habituated to it. So this process does really work for forgetting the bad habits. See, there is no 21 days formula in the history, Babu. Somebody told like that. That 21 days may be worked for some X guy. It may not work for everyone. It is something like that, sir, I am getting a lot of problems. I'll take only paracetamol tablet. Arey Baba, severity of problem depends upon what type of medicine you take. Somebody has to take more dose, somebody has to take less dose. So the point here is simple. The 21 days formula may not work for everyone. But what works is that being consistent until you get the result. So be consistent. For everyone, that formula may not work, but that is good to start with. It's a starting point, but it is not an end point. After 21 days, I did. It is like some people, they take some Diksha Mala. And only few days they'll do. After leaving it, they'll come outside and smoke and drink. It doesn't work like that. You should have a right attitude for it. I want to get rid of it. It's not good for me. But whatever it takes to do that, I'll take that. I'll do that. Then you can easily get rid of it. Right? But it's a good starting point, 21 days business. But don't stop at 21 days. Continue doing it.
And one question from Soumya from Narayanama. What is meaning of time in your point of view, sir?
What is that?
Meaning of time.
Meaning of time. What is that?
That's all was the question, sir. What is the meaning?
I couldn't get.
What is meant by time? They're asking.
Oh, time. Do you want me to teach theory of relativity here? So, time according to Indian scriptures is, time is something with which everything ends. But now in this situation, if you want to understand what is time, we are given 100 years or 70 years, whatever lifespan. Try to utilize in the best possible way and contribute positively to the society, to an individual. Everyone, okay. How to control our emotions? Oh, that's very, very tough. To control our emotions, we should basically should develop very positive outlook towards the life. When we develop positive outlook, and we basically, right, we are all emotional beings, right? Sometimes we will be very hyped, sometimes we'll be very distressed. Sometimes we'll be very sad, sometimes we'll be very fearful, sometimes we'll be very happy. So to be equipoised among all the situations is only possible by hearing about the great saints, great sages, and great personalities, and meditating on their wonderful qualities. Then our emotions can be very well balanced. So if you have a positive outlook, for example, you read Ramayana, Mahabharata, you get so many characters. You meditate on wonderful qualities of those characters. Then you learn through their experience what is good, what is bad, how to react in each situation. Since we are always filled with such a wonderful thoughts, our emotions will be very well controlled. How to postponing our works, how to stop Yes, we should not have a distraction. We should have an absorption. Focus. Focus is important. Focus comes with the right association and less distractions. Any more questions? Oh my goodness, there are so many questions.
What is successful? Yes, sir.
How to overcome ourselves when we feel low? Yeah. You should have a good friends and good seniors from whom you can take guidance. You can be in touch with Prasad. You can be in touch with people like Anuk. They should be able to help you.
Evolve.
What is your success funda, sir? My success funda is I feel I try to be regulated as much as possible. I don't think I'm very successful, but whatever little success I got, that is because of a regulated lifestyle. I try to sleep on time, get up every day at same time, do some certain meditation, some reading the scriptures, sharing the knowledge, trying to help others. Like that, whatever I do, that is only my success. Whatever it got, it is through regulation. So during exams, we get serious about studies, but afterwards we don't concentrate much. Why does this happen? Oh, very good question. That is because we don't understand the seriousness of the problem. That is because we have too many distractions. Because see, now if somebody asks you now, sir, I never get up early in the morning, but when I have a flight or train, I never miss a flight or train, we say. Why? Because we are so serious about it, right? That comes when we meditate on the consequences, what we get. If we become success, we become failure. If we understand the end result, and we understand the end results by seeing the examples. For example, there are students who didn't study at all, who failed in the exams. We know the consequences, and naturally, when we hear about them and we meditate on those serious things, then we become naturally serious. Sir, do you believe in law of gravitation? Oh my God, it is not a science class. But See, this science, how much to believe and where to break it, we'll discuss in the next device sessions. Don't worry. For now, yes, I do believe in law of gravitation. How to stay motivated? Yeah, stay connected with our group. You'll be always staying motivated. We'll keep you always excited and motivated. So you'll be always get motivated on a task, as I was telling you. If you know the consequences, if you become success, what will happen? If you become failure, what happens? And if you don't act on that situation, what happens? If you know, then you will be always stay motivated. Correct or not? Okay. Anything else? Okay, Anuk, are we done? Do you have any questions in your pipeline?
I think we are done, sir. Let me just check once.
Oh, no, one more question came from Kirti. Sir, if a situation comes where we have to choose one hard work and one smart work, which is one is better? Of course, we want to do smart work, save the time and do more good things for the people. Very simple. Keshav Kumar is asking, do you believe in astrology, karma and vastu? Yes, I do believe, but we'll discuss that in the future session. So we should treat it in a scientific way. Yes, then it works. We'll discuss it. Yes. Any further questions?
How to don't get anxiety?
Don't be
Oh, okay. How to not feel anxious about things. Okay, I understand. So anxiety comes because of two reasons. The first reason is we don't do what we are supposed to do. We spend a lot of time in other things, wasting time. That is the one reason why we get anxiety. Another reason why we get anxiety because we think we are the doers. We are the controller of everything. For example, I'll tell you one simple thing. If a person thinks that because of him, everyone in the village is getting the grains because he was a big jamindar, he produced the grains and he is supplying to the lot of people in the town and village or vegetables, whatever it is. That is his foolishness. See, if anything to happen in this world, there are many things to come in close contact together. For example, producing a rice. To produce a rice, there should be a proper seed. One should has to sow it at the right time. There should be a rain. There should not be too much rain. There somebody should harvest it. There should not be other living entities not destroying the crop. There are so many things. So when we think that we are the small part of the big ecosystems, and we have to do our job rightly and leave the rest to the God, we'll never feel anxious. Tejaswini is asking, you prefer learning mythology? No. There is nothing called mythology. There is only history. You go to Kurukshetra, there is a Kurukshetra. There is a place where war happened. What is mythology? It's all there. You go to Naimisharanya, that place is there. That railway station is also there. Right? They go to Ayodhya, that place is there. They go to Lanka, that is also there. Where is mythology? It's all created, like saying mythology. How to stay focused even in tough situations? Very, very tough question to answer. Okay, Dwaraka also exists, Raj says. Sir, does meditation makes a person calm? Of course it makes, but it takes time. We have to be consistent on it. Okay, let me get back to that question. How to stay focused even in tough situations? Yeah. Actually, to stay focused on tough situations on our goal, we need to have a sharp intelligence and a pure good intelligence. What is good intelligence? Good intelligence is the one which has ability to discriminate in what is right and what is wrong. If somebody has a good intelligence and focused intelligence, then he can certainly do. How do you sharpen that intelligence? That intelligence comes by hearing and learning about the great souls, right? As I was telling you, if you read Ramayana and Mahabharata, we learn those characters and we meditate on those characters. Certainly, even tough situations, we will do our duty. We'll never deviate from it. Dwaraka also exists. Yes. Any more questions?
So we request all of you to please turn on your videos. We just want to take a small snapshot so that thank you. So we are waiting for others to please turn on your videos.
Yeah, you are looking very beautiful and wonderful. I think you turned on camera after a long time. Everybody is adjusting their hair. Don't worry. You're all beautiful. Smart.
So we are waiting for some more friends. Our screen is not yet populated. More, maybe 10 more. Okay.
I think you should bribe them. You should tell them that you'll send a gift to your home. You should turn on video.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's enough. You take the snapshot, otherwise they'll close their cameras.
Yes, sir. Yes. Immediately I will take. So all of you please smile. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Okay. Any further questions? Are we done
Yeah.
for the day?
Okay. Somebody has camera problem. That's fine. So, okay. Fine, sir. I think all of you please, we request all of you to please stay in touch by filling our survey or the feedback form which I have circulated. And you will definitely find your way to find how to apply all these teachings in your life.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining us today. Wonderful meeting you all, speaking with you all. Thank you for
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So please stay in your WhatsApp groups so that we can easily communicate to you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Anuk, can you give me some light? Why my video is off, going off when I change? You have some idea why? If I change, now it's gone, right?
Yes.
It's
When you're changing the window, I think.
You have some idea what settings I have to do for that?